There is no in 2011. Somebody took it down. Bitcoin is very peaceful.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Real Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Denys Troyak. He is right now in the Satoshi Island, right now in the country of Vanuatu. Denys, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, doing great. Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Yes. You were saying beforehand that you are one of my biggest fans, and I appreciate that, man. It's been 14 years I've been doing YouTube videos, and my plan was just to help a few people, and I'm glad that I've helped you. Tell us a little bit about your journey into crypto.
Yeah, so I suppose just like everybody else, it just sort of came up on my radar, and I got very curious. And whenever, generally from my personal life, whenever any new subject comes up in my life, I really like to dive into it deep and have a good understanding of what it's all about. And like I told you before, that's exactly what happened. I found YouTube as the main source of education for myself for that exposure, and you're one of the early ones that I learned a lot of information and sponged and absorbed a lot of that, what the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is all about as a culture, and not just, a sort of money-making system. So I am blown away. I am getting a little bit of, I'm a little bit nervous talking to you right now, because you're like, one of the influences that influenced my life and my journey into this industry. So thank you very much.
Well, awesome. Just relax, sit down, enjoy it. We're just gonna have the two chaps just having a chat about crypto and about Satoshi Island. So, what year did you first hear about crypto? Basically, was it Bitcoin when you first heard about? Most likely, most people heard of Bitcoin. Some people joined in because of Dogecoin. But which was the crypto that you heard about first?
Bitcoin was actually the first one. And I was always afraid of this story because I didn't want to become like that 10K pizza guy. In actual fact, I was working in a coffee shop and a gentleman came and said, "Hey, do you guys accept Bitcoin?" And I think at that stage it was, 2013. And, and he was a very good customer of mine. I was just a barista, making some espressos. And I said, "I have no idea what that is, but yeah, why not? Tell me more about it. And, let's accept it. Why not?" So he basically told me what it was all about, how it was, digital currency that was invented, told me about Satoshi Nakamoto and told me about the white paper. To be quite honest, it was such a long time ago, so everything went over my head. And he created all the facilities for me, how to accept it, this and that. But of course, it was such a long time ago. And, between then and when I really got seriously into crypto, I didn't really remember or pay attention to it. So who knows which wallet those Bitcoin was going into and what it's sitting at now. I can only assume that he still had access and control of that wallet that he was paying me for the coffees with. So that was my first original exposure, and after that, it was always in the back of my mind. I was always watching it, but never really seriously into it until about 2017. And this is why I really immersed myself into the content and really tried surrounding myself with individuals, the OGs in space, and try to learn as much as possible to really, go full time into it. And this is actually exactly how Satoshi Island was born. I was part of the network of people who great OGs, great influencers, thought leaders in space. And a lot of the times our conversation was, where's the place of our own? Apart from the conferences and, and things of that nature, once we get together and enjoy each other's company and can discuss crypto and Bitcoin and everything else that industry has to offer, we then disperse and go into our own locations, and crypto is such that it's global. So, I'd be in Australia and, my friends would be in London and and everywhere else in the world, in the US. And, so we always discussed, almost like a dream, if you like. Wouldn't it be nice to have a place of our own? One thing led to another, and we started putting together plans. hey, let's put together a plan of what we can achieve to make it actually happen. And this is exactly how Satoshi Island, the project, was born.
Well, I think this idea is a fantastic one. The reason why is because I here in Dubai, there's a lot of crypto people, and this community is really, really awesome community of people, good people that help each other. Right? We sit down and have coffees together and discuss different ideas in order to help grow the community and help grow in crypto itself in general. The address Skyview is a crypto hub currently, where most of the KOLs, the people who are interested, who are doing videos on crypto, there's actually they reside inside that hotel. And we always talk about there's got to be a place where there's only crypto people. That would be the best, right? And so, yeah, I really see the vision of this project, the Satoshi Island. And that's why I seeked you guys out in order to find out more and learn more about the project. So, yeah, that's how I got involved in this project. And that very interesting story. So you started building this amazing project. How did you find the land, basically?
So we had a list. Obviously, we looked at friendly jurisdictions first and foremost, not only friendly jurisdictions towards crypto and the technology itself, but also something that is sort of a bit of a tax haven as well.
Of course, that's very
and
important.
Vanuatu just happened to be exactly. Vanuatu just happened to be on our list, and also very close to where I'm originally from, which is Australia. So it was the easiest place to start diverging into immediately. And one thing led to another. It just seemed to tick a lot of our boxes. We are a decentralized project, but it was important for us to reach out to the government and share our vision, share our ideas with them, and tell them exactly what it is that we're trying to achieve in their jurisdiction, in their country. And we actually managed to do that. Now, we have an endorsement from the Prime Minister himself, an endorsement from Minister of Finance. So I think they were very open to not only what we're doing as a project, but blockchain technology in general. They were open to looking into it and really use it and help their own systems, help improve their own system within their own country. So they were very happy to have such project close to them, somewhere where they could possibly come for advice in the future. And Satoshi Island itself, that is just an element of fortune. It just happened to be a private island that was already owned by a private individual who was willing to sell it, who was moving on to other journeys in his life. And we just happened to be there at the right place, right time.
Awesome. So you purchased the island, right? And did you build these buildings that you have behind you?
This was the traditional form of architecture to begin with, and this was a smaller scale of what we would require going forward as we expand the community. So the sewage, the electricity, everything runs on solar, completely off the grid, and self-sustaining. And of course, water, an abundance of natural water coming through both, the filtered rain and the natural source underneath the island. So all this was done, as an example of what infrastructure we're going to require for the future. And now that we do have it, all we have to do is scale it. We don't have to start it from scratch.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. So I want to know, can people actually visit the island right now?
As you can see, I'm on the island right now. Unfortunately, the skies are a little bit gray, but it's okay. Most of the other day, it is blue and beautiful. And yes, the island is open for visiting now. Of course, you have to contact us and tell us your story and what exactly why you want to visit. But it's only available for a select few, and everything else is going to be essentially open towards the end of the year, maybe early next year, for the first arrivals of the populations who bought the land of Satoshi Island to come and join us as well.
So it won't be available for general tourists whenever they want to come by, or will it be available for only people who live there? Can we have visitors, like just general visitors, tourists to the island?
Yeah, apologies, guys. It also rains in paradise, as you can see, so I had to quickly run in. and hide in this beautiful office. As you can see, it's still got a beautiful view, so it's all good. Yes, so the island is not open to just anybody. It would need a special NFT, which we call Citizenship NFT. And this NFT acts as access to the island. So that's probably the most important NFT in our project, is that Citizenship NFT. It acts almost as a membership, if you like. If you have one of those, then yes, the island is open for you for access.
Awesome, awesome. So they will have, how many NFTs of those citizen NFTs will there be? Unlimited amount, or will there be a specific amount?
So just to pay homage to Bitcoin, we have released 21,000 of those citizenship NFTs.
Only 21,000? And will there be more?
Never. So those 21,000 is all you're going to get. And you need one if you want to visit. And, to be honest, as far as permanent population on the island is concerned, it's still going to depend on the accommodation available, because obviously we don't want just people coming in and not having any place to stay. So we think that 21,000 is quite a big number. But in saying that, in the future, obviously the citizens can decide whether they want to release other forms of NFTs, such as, day visits or, short stay visits and things of that nature.
So no, the citizens won't build a hotel pretty much then now on this island anytime soon. Well, but we probably could vote on that, right?
Exactly right. So as long as the architecture allows, you definitely have a lot of options to vote how the future development of Satoshi Island is.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about the land NFTs. How did you guys come up with this whole process of splitting the land into blocks and 10, each block has 10 NFTs? What was your thoughts going on that? I think there's going to be 2,100 different blocks. Am I correct?
That's exactly right. So we divided the island again. We're paying homage to Bitcoin here. We've got 21 number in a lot of our places in our project. And 2,100 block of lands is, again, the only blocks of land that ever going to exist on Satoshi Island. Each block of land is further fractionalized into 10 pieces. And the idea behind that was to allow the entire community to join and really be able to come together, whether you come with your mates or, people in your community, and buy together. So, for those who can't afford the entire full block, 10 NFTs, can buy only a fraction of that block and still have participation and be part of Satoshi Island family.
Excellent. So if you're a partial block owner, you could actually visit?
So if the visitation are still to do with citizenship NFTs. So regardless of how much land you own, you got to make sure that you get your hands on that citizenship NFT, and those will be vastly available. There's no issues with that. Because we gave those away for free, we're very confident that a large amount of those is going to be available for you to pick up on the secondary market. But as far as the fractionalizing of a full block is concerned, the way that's going to work is you simply find people that have the same interests, that want to do the same thing with that block of land as you do. And of course, all those systems and all those tools are going to be available, created by us. And then you can come together and almost create like this mini DAO where you together decide, now, what do I want to do with this land? Do you want to build a house and do like a timeshare? Do you want to build a house and rent it out and maybe share the income that we're going to get from from renting it out? Or do we want to flip it? It really is up to them what they decide. But they decide all that before they pick a block of land. And everything's, of course, in a DAO and a smart contract, so there won't be any disputes in the future.
Awesome, awesome. That sounds amazing. So, you piqued probably my interest and the interest of many entrepreneurial people who are watching this video right now when you said the citizenship was given out for free. How could somebody get a hold of that free citizenship? Because I'm sure they're thinking, oh, so, the owners have to buy one. I can buy a bunch of those or get a bunch of those at really cheap prices, or get them for free and sell them at a higher price later on. So how would people get a hold of those free citizenships, or even are they for sale right now?
Well, those have already been completely allocated. And what we did a system where, we really focused. We wanted to make sure that a lot of our marketing was very organic, because it is, after all, an IRL place in real life. And, it was important for us to make sure that the community themselves spread the word, in regards to what's happening with this project. So, there was a bunch of criteria that the citizens needed to, achieve. And in return, they got a free Citizenship NFT. Of course, it was only one per wallet. And, that's how we managed to get a bit of a name and get an interest of over 120,000 people in our project.
Awesome. So I want to ask another question is about like the road structure, the infrastructure, and so forth. Have you already, done, like, I could see there's a lot of trees on the island as there is right now. Are you going to be clear cutting the trees? And I see I've seen the diagram of how it looks. And are you going to actually have that Bitcoin sign on the center of the island? Is the trees going to be clear cut and so forth? Is that going to be done prior to taking possession of your land to take place?
Oh, yeah. So that's very much the next phase. The next phase of the project is to get our civil engineering team on land and prepare the land for the installation of these modular housing units that we're using for architecture. And yeah, most definitely, it's going to be done. It's going to be done section at a time, obviously, to make sure that everything's done properly and accurately. And of course, then those particular sections of people can start moving in. And yeah, eventually we will get up the hill and start figuring out the roads, and going to have our big Bitcoin logo in the middle of the park as well. So all that is the next phase of the project.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. So that Bitcoin logo in the middle of the park is going to be one of those tourist attractions, I guess, as well, right?
Our goal is that it should be visible from space. So hopefully we can get a satellite image of it, and it should be very well visible from there. That's the goal, that's the dream, and we're going to make it happen.
Oh, awesome. That's just sort of like the Palm Island. So basically the Palm Island where I'm living right now is visible from space. So yes, that's going to be cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing this come about. I'm actually going to be an owner of a block of land. You're also going to be allowing people to purchase modules, right, to place on that block of land. Tell us a little bit about those modules.
So as far as infrastructure is concerned, it was very important for us to try and complete this project in the short possible amount of time. But also, we are building the future here, and it was important to have everything sustainable. And this is the most sustainable and smart form of architecture that is going to be used in the futures to come. What happens is this module is actually created in a factory off the island, put together, completed, and then brought as a whole and installed into the area, which means that the development process is literally a fraction of the time that a regular traditional development will cost. This will also keep an uniformity of the island, having those futuristic, beautiful modular buildings in the same sort of synchronized way all over the island. These modules are excellent. They're very versatile. So it's not just a single module where you have what you see it now, but they're extremely versatile. We can add other levels. It's up to 3 levels high. You can put them in any angles that you like. Have your living space downstairs, your bedroom upstairs. They're extremely versatile. They're almost like a very techie, if you like, almost like an iMac. They've got this beautiful, aluminum covering off them, and they really can be upgradable as you go based on your living needs. So we're very excited about those.
So what incentivizes the people the owners of the land in order to build on the land? Who's going to be going first, right? And because as people buy the land, they may not purchase these modules in order to build on the land. So what incentive structures do you have in place in order to get people to build on the land?
So I think it's a little bit of if you're first in, you're the leader, and that's exactly what we're going for. At the end of the day, everyone's sharing our vision. Everyone's sharing the idea of the Satoshi Island. Like you said, we need a place of our own. This is going to be 100% crypto economy. It's going to be networking opportunities everywhere you step in, whether you step into a cafe for a sip of espresso or have a beer at the bar. The network opportunities here are going to be amazing, but it also has a tranquility and this atmosphere to really have a clarity of the mind to invent, innovate, and continue to develop yourself as a person. So I think everyone already can see that this place is going to be amazing. And of course, with the help of our development partners, Tencent, they're already planning to build a huge village. And ourselves, as an example, we're going to be commissioning a bunch of modules as well. And we're hoping that that's going to push everybody else to do the same and to really, really join our vision.
Excellent. I love that. So with that said, I want to close off with what do you think the number of owners that are going to probably purchase this land? Because there's people are going to either purchase multiple plots, right? Because that's what I was thinking about immediately.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay,
No,
I'm gonna buy.
absolutely. It's a very good question, and I can see you're already planning yourself a beautiful home over here. And look, we're looking forward to welcoming you. Like I said, you're an inspiration to a lot of us, and you're just going to be an example. I'm sure you'll have a good incentive to building yourself a nice home here. It could be a vacation home where everything's 100% crypto. I'm sure you're going to absolutely love that. But it's a great question because an honest answer is we have no idea. We know that we have 2,100 blocks. We know that some people will combine the blocks together. Maybe there's going to be, a couple living in a nice big house on 2 blocks. Maybe there's going to be a family of 4 living on the second block. We can only guesstimate what's going to happen. But what we think is going to happen as far as permanent population is concerned, we're probably looking at around 4,000 people. Again, it's just a guess. If you're putting it at 2,100 blocks, a couple of people per block living. But of course, that number will increase because a big model of the project is to get all the best events happening on the island yearly. And of course, during those peak times of events, that accommodation number is going to increase.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you very much for telling us all about Satoshi Island. I'm very excited about, getting my module on the ground. When do you guys break ground and start building up all these modules and so forth? When can we see the first set of modules go up onto Satoshi Island to end off this video?
Just being a little bit reserved, shoot for Q1 next year. I think we're going to expect some sort of population being able to arrive into their own accommodation.
Awesome. So I could start building my accommodation sometime in Q1 then, right?
You can start packing your bags. You're always welcome.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. You know what? I'm really excited about Satoshi Island. I wish you guys all the success, right, with this, and we get all all the lots sold, and then we have a place of our own for all the crypto people and build up a huge crypto economy. Thank you for coming on the show, and we hope to see more of you in the future. Cheers.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll keep in touch.
All righty.